Okay. All right. So thank you all for joining today. This will be kind of interesting, kind of fun. I'm starting to experiment more with things that are coming through and starting to trust the feeling more, which, as you all know, can be a little challenging sometimes. But this came through as I'm going to do a meditation. I've only done a few meditations as far as leading them that are on my website, on my YouTube. So I haven't done it that often, but so when I know that comes through, that's something important to me. I mean, that's how I feel, because it doesn't come through that often. And this meditation is going to be a little different. There may be some interactivity with it, because I feel that's very important as bringing in, like if there's sight, if somebody's seeing something, like I know Cynthia definitely does. We don't want it to break the flow, but yet it's important because these so we're really changing the way that we do things. I mean, that's the way I feel. I've been feeling that way for a while. So many years of doing the same thing over and over and just getting comfortable with it. And now it's like, okay, it's time to really explore and change things up and experiment and experience, because we're being guided, and we're really exploring our intuitive guidance. So Gray's coming in, so I'm going to let him join us here. So we got 10 now. So as this came through, I experiment myself on it as sort of a meditation. I just brought it through and I said, well, that seems to work, it seemed, because I could feel my body, I could feel the energy. And then so I got up and I just typed it out. So when I do the meditation, I'm going to be reading it. So what I typed out has changed about 3 times. Because so each day something else is coming up within the last 3 days. So I'm tweaking, and it's like, okay. And then last night, I was getting even more clarity of what this was going to be around. And the word grounding came in, and then I saw an image of a picture that a friend had sent me that she took at the beach that needed a light code on it. So this morning I was doing another light code for this. So we have 2 new light codes, and I think 4 of the ones that we used last time. And so this ultimately is sort of a continuation of whenever it was it last week, I think, that experience where we tapped into the weather pattern, because this is about us reconnecting our bodies to nature and bringing that through and allowing ourselves to heal through that. And we're going to ask the beings that are coming through, we're going to ask them to really support us in this process, because we're at that level of where grounding is not just going out and putting your feet in the grass. That's like the old kind of 3D version, in my view. This grounding is going to start getting cosmic, and because we're really connecting heaven on earth, and we're right in the middle. So we're going to start really changing the way that we do that, and it's going to be more 5-dimensional instead of 3-dimensional, and that's my perspective. So, okay, here's somebody else here. Okay. Oh, just bringing other people in. So that's just a little bit of what I've kind of been experiencing with this. So I really don't know what's going to happen other than it's an intended meditation. The whole thing around the cellular, the thought forms, the whole thing around the thought forms, and that crystallized DNA cellular imprint in our bodies. That's something that the energies themselves have already been working on through us. I mean, that's been a process that's been ongoing, and it's been amplified now. So we're going to tag onto that, and we're going to even amplify that more. So as we do this, coming into our bodies, anchoring, grounding our bodies, we're going to release more of that. And when we release it, we not release it, I don't want to use that word, actually. We're going to purify it, and we're going to change it into this organic form that then we can have access to for new creation. So that's yeah, that's kind of what we're doing here. It's different. Like I said, it's a meditation. There will be some interactivity. Again, I don't want to get off track and have too much interference. You know, if it's just somebody that is seeing things, certainly put it out there, and we'll just keep going. We're not going to really focus a lot on it, but I feel like to make things more tangible as we bring people into 5D, because it needs to be a little more tangible. You know, those visions, just like light codes, are tangible. So it's a visual, and you can see it. And if you hear that somebody's seeing it, then it becomes your reality. Okay. So any questions or thoughts before we get started?
I just want to say I'm so excited that you're doing this. I am. And when you reached out to me yesterday, I had just done a 2.5 hour like guided meditation where there was a lot that shifted, and it's no coincidence. It's all in divine timing that you were like, hey,
yeah,
let's do this call. Like totally.
Totally is. I mean, we're connecting on so many different levels we can't even imagine right now. So it's pretty cool. Okay. So if anybody else have any thoughts or want to say anything before we get started? Okay. God, my heart's beating really fast. Okay, here we go with the light codes. You guys, can you see that?
Yeah.
Okay, so like you said, it's transformed thought. Thought forms into cellular imprint. That has been going on. That's not anything new, but we're going to do that as part of this as well. Reunite the body with the earth. That's the most intensifying thing that we're doing right now, because of, you know, the physicality is the last thing to manifest. And so, and through our bodies, which we are working really hard to upgrade right now. And our teams and everybody is working with us to do that. So now we're going to really solidify that, I think, as maybe the word to use, as we are grounding our bodies in a whole new way, a cosmic way. We're basically accepting this grounding, heaven to earth through us. And so it is. The other part of this is reunite, repair, closure. This is the stage we're in. You know, we've done all kinds of other things where we've gone in and held space, and the galactics have come in, and they've taken out the dark entities, or, you know, energies, and as Cynthia said, blown this shit up. So that's kind of, you know, we've been through that. We're stepping back from that, because that is so it's what I guess we're really rolling into our truth and who we are right now, which is very peaceful beings, and bringing this energy in. So okay. So going to the first light code, which was, again, these first 4, the same from last week, which was about utilizing the weather patterns, which again is nature, to start creating this energy. This is a Syrian portal, and we're going to open this portal as part of this process, invite the Syrians in, because they're going to be a huge part of assisting us in this effort today, and assisting us with our physicality. This is the cosmic DNA portal. that we're also going to open today as we're working with our DNA and its cosmic cosmic existence, let's just say. So these two portals are going to bridge, they're going to provide a bridge for us. Okay, this light code, another one from last week, is called DNA Recalibrating. So it's a part of this process as we're transforming that crystallinity in our DNA, that are those old thought forms. You know how you say, you know, your thoughts are your reality, become your reality, and all those old thoughts that we've had over time for whatever reason. You know, it's about transforming those. So we're going to be recalibrating our DNA. So if you don't mind, those can just turn off, put your audio on mute, please. Okay, this one is actually organic Syrian tech. We used this with the weather patterns last week. Syrians brought this technology in, and for me to produce it in a light code. So knowing that if it's in a light code, it's energy, it's real, it's something that we can use. So we're going to be using this today as well. Just breathe into these codes. Just kind of put them, file them in your library. This is a new one that came through this morning. So last night I kept seeing grounding. You got to do this. This is about grounding our bodies. It's very, very important in this whole new way. This image is from a friend. She took it about 3 years ago, I guess. And we were at the beach and she took this picture and then she showed it to me. I was like, what? You know, how did she get that picture? So it really, I guess it came forward because it's so much about grounding. And this friend is very earthy also, which is ironic, but you know, it goes into the layers of the earth, and it's almost like, okay, this is the core, you know, this is the actual core, that diamond light right there. So you can see this as your body, but just feel that, and just like, okay, just take that code and put it right in your heart and just say, this is me, this is my body. We got the heavens, we got the sun, we have the earth through the sand into the crystalline core of Gaia. We've got grounding rods as part of it. We've got positive and negative charges here.
That's a really cool photo.
Isn't it a cool photo? It's like, I was like shocked when I saw it. It was so cool. Okay, and then this is the last one. This is transform body mechanics. So very earthy. I mean, these are very, very earthy. part of this grounding, part of our body. I mean, you can see the pillar of light, and even think of the circle as our bodies here. But we're transforming the body mechanics of our being through this new grounding technique, technology, whatever you want to call it. We're going beyond walking through the grass, basically. We're going to the next level.
What is it? Does this code have a number associated with it, or numbers?
You know, they all have 369 is always associated with it. I hadn't gotten anything specific, but if you're getting are you getting something specific?
No, I was curious because 369's been coming up in the codes. Just wondering.
Yeah, yeah. And it may give me another number later. I don't have anything right now per se. I like the effects in the image, you know, like that rainbow. It's very much a part of all this. Okay, all right, so that's the codes. File them in your memory banks. Okay, so just a little bit of information first, just kind of a calling in, and then drumming, and then light language, and then I'll go into it. These is kind of in a format where, again, it's reunite, repair, and closure. So that's how it's coming up. Okay. Okay, so this is for the highest good of all that is. Actually, can everybody be sure to mute? Okay. Okay, so this is for the highest good of all that is, with pure source light protecting all of us and amplifying this support for our earth bodies and hearts. We're calling in Mother Earth, nature spirits, cosmic beings, Syrians, higher selves and aspects. We call for a natural, earthly grounding and healing within our physical bodies to fully receive and express these energies that we are so delighted to receive. We're opening portals here. The light codes are assisting with that process. Okay, sorry, somebody's coming in there. We're opening portals to the light codes here, which was the cosmic DNA, which was the Syrian portal. Could also be other portals that come into people's view as well. And this is creating a bridge between the higher dimensions and the earth. And it's in this now in support of our healing and expansion. Opening Syrian and cosmic DNA portals as we connect to the light in which we came. Okay. So I'm going to do a little drumming now. That's going to get that real earthy vibe going. Any of you who practice shamanism also can tap into this. Can you guys hear that? You can just nod. Thank you. Bringing the intentions in light language coming forward. Namakaya take na ai jata hena makhu jakuna hai. Te utakin namakha taki jatakin namakha atakin namakha shukun tija shukun naki jokuna eta hana ni aina hona yata huna yita namakona yita yata yita yata tisha aita huna mahata daina mahata shitai ti huna mahaita ha ti aita hun namahaita shita shitahi namahaita no. Okay, we're going to go into the reuniting aspect of this. So we begin by saying the Ho'oponopono. And you can say this out loud. I know you're all on mute, so you can hear yourself. And we're saying this for ourselves. We're saying this to forgive others, forgive ourselves, and to be a part of this process in open awareness and full participation and loving ourselves into this now existence. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. So take a few deep belly breaths now, allowing the in-breath to be the same duration as the out-breath, slow and easy. This breathing is not through the nose. I'm sorry, this breathing is not through the mouth. It is through the nose, in and out. Allowing the body to remember how to breathe naturally with life force. This is our connection to above and below. It's our breath. This is our natural breath. You can put one hand on your belly and one on your heart if you so choose. Let's do this for a minute or two, allowing the mind to take a step back and the heart to be in its fullness, open and aware as we consciously connect into our natural organic bodies and source light and ground ourselves into the earth. You can also think of that grounding light code in this. So we're going to take a few minutes, engage with your body in this breathing. Feeling your connection to Earth Mother, to Source within your heart. Now imagine, visualize a pillar of light coming from above and down through your crown chakra. This light can be golden white, or it can be a color that may come into your awareness. If the light is a color other than golden white, you may be calling in a specific color frequency that's needed to assist you in this now. The gold or other color, or even colors, as you have called in, will alchemize with the white, and you may now see pastel-like colors softening in their appearance. Now imagine the sun is directly over this pillar of light. Allow the sun to remain there, and it will come back to you. It will come back, and we'll come back to it with a request. Going into the repair phase. Allow this light to circulate throughout your body, starting at the crown, going through the head, brain, glands, ears, mouth, eyes, skull. And then it simply continues moving through you all the way down to your toes. Feel the energy within your body, cavities, extremities, tissues, blood, organs, bones, skin, cells, DNA, within your molecular structure and field. Just allow it to flow for a time. Now we're going to add to this this pillar that we've brought in, a very earthly presence. So now, along with this, imagine your body to be a riverbed, and the water's flowing through this cavity. That is your body. You are earth. You are holding that primordial water from the earth's core, and it's flowing through you with excitement and so much energy. This water will open memory, and at the same time create an amazing pathway for healing within your physicality. As you feel into all of this now, begin to remember and or call forth any old patterns that have presented to you, or you may be aware of even before this experience. You can state a specific pattern, also in 10 other patterns that may be in your subconscious, all to be transformed. These are thought forms or patterns that have crystallized within your DNA. You have created these thought forms as you have experienced fear, trauma, despair, shock, survival, persecution, victimization, or other dramas and life challenges within your incarnational bodies that you chose to experience as a way of participating in duality and the absence of love. This is why we began with the Ho'oponopono, for forgiveness and now transformation. Now, as you're feeling this flow, see the sun radiate down through that pillar of light or the water within your body. Send the sun a message. Tell it to now amplify its light. Feel in your body this amplification of energy and allow it to fill every nook and cranny. You may now feel heat in your body or other sensations, such as tingling. If sensations feel too much, tell them to tone down a bit as you process it. Sit with this for a brief period and simply allow the flow and consciously send your body support in this process. Remember, we're loving our bodies into this reality. At this time, we also request all beings who are supporting us at this time to also send their energy. And in gratitude, we are for this. So I'm going to ask right now, Cynthia, if there's anything that you see and want to express at this time.
Yeah, what I'm seeing is for all of us, aspects of higher self who have a greater understanding of who we are and the struggles that we've had. And I'm seeing their energies reaching down. So it is ourselves reaching out to ourselves in comfort and in grace, in ease, in peace. It is us healing us.
Beautiful. Anything else anybody wants to express at this time, what they might be seeing?
For me, it's feeling, and it's in an area of my body where there has been stuck energy. So I'm feeling a lot of attention on it, and ho'oponopono to that part of my body. I love you. I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I love you. Thank you.
Thank you. It is about loving us back into this existence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we'll continue. You may feel sensations like internal bursts that are the actual transformation of the crystallized thought forms. This is not a fractalization process, but a form of alchemy that transforms energy, and that which is bioenergetic, biochemical, and cosmic. This process may linger for a bit, but let's, with intention, direct this now purified energy into the crystalline grid and Earth's crystalline core. As the fields will clear through space, time, and all dimensions, the old thought forms, as above and so below, as within and so without. So we're going to come into closure now, as we've transformed these energies within our being. We've grounded ourselves back into this reality with Earth. We're loving ourselves like there's no tomorrow, because this is about love. You've purified the energy through your very being and sent it into the earth and the grid for this new creation. This is an organic process of energy management, you could say, as we have aligned ourselves through the breath, the body, 0 point heart space connecting to source, higher self, and earth, nature. It's also a way of acknowledging our bodies, our earth vessels, for all that they are, and loving them back into their natural organic form. We've come back to remember how to orchestrate energy into its highest form, that which is for the good of all that is. This energy carries the frequency of love, as you do for this for yourself, you do this for the collective and earth, which then ripples out. Nai, na, na, hai, nai, ai, 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 ai. Nai, ai, 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 ai. Nai, ai, 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 ai. Tao Jain. Diana Mahona Ijatahin. Tuzata Hizana Shatahi Jatahin. Ni Utahi Ausatahin Mahu. Tijatahin. Nimakutahin. Jutahin Mahona Yachatahin. Nukhishta ata. Shunama eta poina maya ya 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 no na ya ya. Na ya na na ya ya. Doina jona ya 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 na ya jata jata khin. No hone Tijana Heta Hen Namaha. Hen Namahuna Jota Heta Heti Aha Nemehu. Tajidan Namahuna Heti Ah. Tu jata hena mahona jana mekhe ita atahishta ana jita hena mekhe tijita atahena mekhe tiji ata ta jonma tijata ena mahona tu jata hena hishta ay jonma hona ahta Onahata, Unahata, Hija Anna, Tushta, Anmaho, Tijita Ha, Tonamaha, Tijata Hen. Okay. Want to come back slowly. Or you can linger a bit, whatever feels right to you. Welcoming in those higher aspects.
I had to laugh. I bring in the galactics, you know, and they help hold the grid, which makes it easier for us to do our work in open portals or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were recording you. And my consciousness popped onto a Pleiadian ship, not one of the intergalactic ships, but a Pleiadian ship that's like sort of in our galaxy doing work, and they were recording your light language. I thought like for history, you know what I mean? Like they have a library
Interesting.
or whatever.
Yeah.
I thought that was really cool. Not seen
That's
that
really
before.
cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
It's interesting that you say that, Cynthia, because while you were doing that last bit of light language, I saw you on another dimension. It was like literally like I was like blown away, and it was like you were speaking to like open space, but also there were beings there. Like it was like really far reaching.
Wow.
So I'm not surprised that they were recording, because there was definitely others listening.
It was being broadcast out.
Yes.
The intergalactics, but it was being recorded, not just listened to, but recorded.
Here's the crazy part about that. Your hair was alive. It was like there was so much like frequency coming out of your hair.
Interesting. Oh, very
Like, woo,
interesting.
go.
Fun. Very fun. Yeah.
It was
Oh,
amazing.
very yeah, I'm not sure the beings, it could be the ancient ones coming through. I'm not really sure, but yeah, it felt very, very powerful. They had something to say or to express in energy.
What I got was, you know, when you did the singing bit in the second time, that life language, Christy,
Yeah,
the singing bit, that was Mother Earth talking through you.
that's kind of what I thought. Yeah, ancient one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that makes a
definitely
lot of
her.
sense. Yeah, thank you.
And towards the end, what I got was like it's not turquoise blue, but it's not royal blue. It's in kind of in between the two, with a lion's face, but the lion's face is in copper color.
Oh, wow.
So the background is turquoise or something, and then the lion's face is like phased out copper.
Wow, interesting. A lion. Very cool.
Very beautiful. Very beautiful.
Wow. Wow, that's cool. Thank you. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you. I also wanted to mention, before I forget it, which is why I'm saying it, is that last code that you showed, and Cynthia asked if there was a frequency to it. What came up to me was 528 hertz, which is known for, it's the love frequency, it's the solfeggio frequency, but also for cellular regeneration and DNA repair.
Well, that makes sense. Yeah.
That was connected to that. And then Schumann's resonance came in during the like meditation sequence. It was coming through for me. So
very cool. Very, very cool.
During the last light language transmission, my Kundalini rose. And
wow.
Into started doing infinity in the heart, and then continued up, and in the brow, there was a loop going this way and a loop going this way in a sort of X shape. Wow. So it was hard to come back. I didn't wanna.
I could see you there. Yeah, I saw you. I saw you smile. So I know you need a few more minutes there. That's cool. Wow. Wow. So now how far did your Kundalini go up? Did you feel?
All the way.
Wow. Wow. That's amazing.
Mhm.
Amazing, amazing. So cool.
Thank
So
you.
what happens when that happens?
That's a good question.
You'll see in the next few days, maybe.
Yeah, it
Mm.
feels the chakras feel much more, they've been changing from being individual spheres into much more of a unified cylinder. So that feels much more solid now. The vibratory state's very high. I think it's different for different people, though. I'm
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, I think we're all going to experience that some way. Yeah. Yeah, like if we experience it too early, it might have been like an overload, but now with the energies, it seems like it's going to be a pretty soft experience. Maybe,
Yeah.
hopefully.
Yes. This one was with ease and grace. I've known people who've had it just explode, and it was
Whammy, knock their socks off kind of thing. Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Anybody else want to share?
So I was called to sing with you, Christy, when you were doing that last one, and I feel like we should do that together and perhaps record that also.
Yeah.
I think in this format, it's tough. Voiceover isn't
Yeah.
great in Zoom, but I was harmonizing with your light codes.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I think we should do that. And then the visual, like when you were doing the meditation, I was seeing, so you were asking us what color light we were seeing, and I was seeing all these particles, black specks of particles, and you had us go, and I was trusting that the light was within that and coming through. It was almost like this particle storm. And then you had us lie down in the river or the stream, and it was all those particles need to settle, the sediment, and then you were talking about the crystalline grid, and it was like, oh, the particles are what form the crystals. This is how rocks are formed. They then settle. It's all the organic matter that needs to eventually settle and find its way down, and that's in a way what we're doing, and we're embodying that and allowing it to flow through us and then come to a settling. Then the light starts to clarify, and the brilliant colors could then shine through. But that, like, I think something of like the fearing of the darkness and of that even the black instead of light was not needed. It's allowing even those particles, even that shadow, to then come and become one with and part of. That's how life forms.
Yeah.
That's the foundation, the building blocks
Right.
for new creation. So there's something of that happening in this now, and it is a reclaiming that we're doing.
Yeah.
So thank you for guiding that.
Yeah, for sure. So you know how the other one is like the light language comes in the end as a seal, but in this case, it's different. It's closure. So instead of a seal, it's actually closure. So yeah, it's an interesting phase that we're coming into, or that we're in, which is closure of the old and with the new. So, and also in reference to the like the river, and so our bodies in that. So I was proposing our bodies to be like a river bed, like a cavity, so the water could flow through it. So we are that sediment. We are all of those particles in that bed as the water flows through and activates that memory of everything. So we can then do what we need to do to release, not again, I don't want to use that word release, but that we can transform that old energy within and without us.
Yeah.
Very cool. Anybody
Oh,
else? Oh, yeah, go
The
ahead.
other thing about the Kundalini energy, like what's next after it reaches to the crown, is that then the crown opens and it can be a birthing out and a peeling back, a shedding of that old skin, kind of that metamorphosis. That's just the next level.
Yeah.
Wow.
As that Kundalini continues to rise, it can feel like your head's about to split, but then if you relax into it and allow it to kind of just be like slowly in its time, peel back away, and then this new emergence, kind of this bursting through.
Nice
go
go.
to the source.
Ah, look at that.
Mm.
Christy, have you named it yet?
Nope, it's got to tell me. I'm waiting. I'm waiting for that.
Okay.
Okay, anybody else? Yeah, Catherine.
Okay. So there's parts of the sounds that when you do light language, and it's from where I sit now, I know that there's certain frequencies and vibrations. I've been joining light language with you where I've either chimed in or felt like it. And today it was like guttural sound. And I've been doing that as part of my expression when I don't know what else to say, but just to go when I'm feeling something. And so in the first portion, both stars showed up. It's a regular pointed star that explains what we've been introduced to. And there was like gentle swirling sheets of white, I think that like magnetic white meat, the crystalline Christ-like.
Mm-hmm.
And the next thing that was like, it's like this flash of violet and turned to like magenta, and then to a light of burgundy, and violet colors swirling in with that.
Uh-huh.
So
Lots of colors.
yes, and mentioned recalibration. I am, and I've been calibrating because I have been making attempt to overdo it myself.
Mm-hmm.
Read forces, supplements, tincture formulas, all sorts of things. And so now I am at 80 some pounds, and I've really overdone it. And so it's just
Yeah.
recap and start over.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this should really help that, because this was so much around the body and connecting into nature and just allowing the body to heal. Not to say that there are sometimes we might need a supplement or two, but sometimes I've definitely overdone it, and my body will tell me too when that happens. So it's easy to do. And of course, we're always trying to find the natural stuff, but even the natural stuff, we can overdo it for sure.
Yeah. And so along these lines also has come to in my face that I've been doing this work, and also the experience, the trauma and drama program to feel, not to feel, and then slowly voicing for a while, and now the realization that I've been denying my inner child self. That's been really that's huge, along with everything else that's going on. So, thankfully, my eyes were, yes, you got to say that.
Okay, cool. Neetu? Thank you. Okay, thank you, Catherine.
Thank you. I couldn't hear much because the line was breaking. I just heard the word inner child. Can you share what work you've done on inner child? Because that's been coming up for me a huge amount.
Probably for
Speaking to me?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yesterday, earlier in my journey also, I've come to realize everything. This is like really exciting when I tune into this. My life is one hell of an adventure. I
So
mean,
Catherine, I don't know if it's your microphone. Is that on your earpiece? Is there a microphone there? It's definitely cutting in and out. Maybe speak
okay,
right-
better.
Hold it away a little bit because it might be too much to speak directly.
Okay,
in.
then a call coming. I'll catch you in a few minutes.
Okay. Okay. She's going to come back in a few minutes. So anybody else?
Christy, the only other thing, and you and I have spoken about this, but there are new waves, new colors, new frequencies that are coming through.
Yeah.
And I really felt them present in this. Yeah.
Yeah. Were they the pastel ones or
The
were-
pastel
yeah,
colors came
yeah.
through for me really heavy.
Yeah.
The new 5D subtle
Right.
energies.
Right. That's why I mentioned the meditation. If a color comes through, that's a color frequency that you need for this. And that because it's always with white, the colors. So it's like that's the pastel colors are a part of the fifth dimension, which is kind of interesting. Very, very cool. Jenna,
Well, yeah. So the like if Nitu is asking about the inner child, and there's definitely been a lot of that going around in
yeah.
the need for the child to guide us, our own inner child to be the leader, and
Yeah.
allowing that child to really frolic and play and be so free. And in that state, then we can learn in such a new way. And I think that's really this calling for all of us to really allow that child to guide us in so much of it.
Yeah, out of curiosity, it is like, go back to that inner child and be curious to explore, because that's when our intuition comes forward, when we have that willingness to be open for whatever, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And to do that requires us to do the healing work for traumas that that child's experienced.
Yeah, totally.
yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
Is there something you
Okay.
want to add, Catherine?
I'm back. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better.
Oh, hold this up to see. Oh, see very well. Anyway, so I've come to realize that everything that I've written, including the trauma and drama, is in part of my adventure. Seeing it from that perspective, as an
I'm sorry, Catherine.
Yeah,
You're breaking up so badly. I'm sorry, we can't hear you.
Yeah.
It's just a whole bunch of your voice with crackling in it.
Okay, well, I'm just as so the crack might be coming through, and that I'll speak slowly then. So essentially, what I was saying is that I'm now taking perspective that it's been an adventure. All stuff.
So that
And
life is life is an adventure, and to see life as an adventure.
Yes, and I'm not done yet. It's a level of perspective rather than doom and gloom and the victim and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
So as far as I'm at right now, I've been neglecting my inner child. So by overextending myself from a belief with something wrong with me.
Right.
And where the recalibration is in effect right now, and the attempts and avenues and methods I was using to fix myself, she got lost.
Yeah. Okay. That makes sense. Thank you for sharing.
Okay. Thank
Christy,
you.
can you repeat that, please? I didn't get anything. I'm sorry.
Well, she's basically saying that she's just I think she said I can't even remember now. That's how well I remember. Yeah.
That's okay.
All
That's
right.
okay.
Well, you know what? This is going to be a recording. It is a recording, so it'll be posted so you can go back and listen to it. And
Yeah.
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 Okay.
'Cause
Thank you. Thank you. Gil, I'm going to have to leave now.
Yep.
My
Yeah.
So thank you so much for this, and thank you so much for your company, and thank you so much for the blessings. Love you all.
Thank you. And is it?
Bye. Bye.
Bye-bye. Anybody have anything else?
So yeah, there's I'm guided to share two things. One
Okay.
is what I shared about the whole Ho'oponopono in my body is something that we can all do. Like
Yeah.
that was part of why I shared it, is like, if there's energy that you're looking to, and I also was seeing faces associated with it. So the whole Ho'oponopono was for that part of my body, but then also whatever faces that were connected to that stuck energy was like, I love you, I'm sorry, forgive me.
Yeah.
Like, thank you for the message, whatever, like, thank you. And Dr. Hugh Lin starts it with I love you, because he says that that's when the declaration of I love you immediately connects you with divinity, because that's who we are. It's what we are, is love.
Mhm.
And then when you were doing the light language in the beginning was, I was like, it was like you were telling a story almost, or like, and then I, at one point I spoke back and asked, felt like I asked a question or something, like, and then you started to like speak again and answer, and I was like, that's so cool. It's like my 3D was like, oh, that's so cool. And then the last thing is the message that I got yesterday, which I'm being guided to share, and I've expressed it before, but especially when you were talking about, we are the, like, you imagined us in the riverbed, like we are the sediment, is we are all of it, and we don't need anything. We don't need any tools, really. Like, we are all of it. We're the oracle, we're the crystals, we're the cards, we're the drums, we're the, like, we are the medicine.
Yeah.
So, so they just wanted me to make sure that
Yeah.
I expressed that again.
Exactly. All right. Great. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for today.
Yes. Thank you guys for joining. And anybody else before we go? All right. All right. Well, we'll see how that energy settles over the next few days. Yeah, feel free to express if anything comes up, or any more experiences around this, because it feels like this is a big shift that we're really starting right now.
Well,
So
and
I'd like-
also, I'm sorry, but everybody, just so that you know, we had an X-class flare, it's one of the largest flares we've had in a while, and it's directly sun facing. So it's going to hit us within the next 2 days, and it's going to bring a lot of energy with it.
Just in
So-
time.
Oh, good.
Part of what we did today was help buffer for that.
Yeah, just in
Mm.
time. Yeah. Excellent.
Wonderful.
Jennifer, were you going
And
to
so,
say? Jennifer?
so in closing, I invite everybody, wiggle their toes and giggle. That's my gift to the world, is to get people to giggle and to wiggle their toes.
Thank
'Cause I know-
you. Thank you. I'm sorry, Jennifer, did you have something?
No. just
Okay, I think you took off mute. Okay, all right.
Thank you
Okay.
so
Yes, for sure. You're all welcome very much. And thank you so much for being here and a part of this and amplifying this energy, and making it so. That's what we do. That's what we're here to do, is energy management in a way. That's putting it differently, but yeah, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So thank you. Bless all you. Love you. I love you very much. And until next time.
Adonai.
love you all.
Gosh.